10 years ago, a team of scientists set foot in Bonga with a goal to improve the productivity of small ruminants and help farmers living with limited resources.
Small ruminants, sheep and goats, they really contribute substantially to the livelihood of the rural poor, as well as, the country at large. However, they are challenged by many factors, including genetics, feeds, health problems, as well as, the inefficient marketing we have in the country.
This challenge results in low productivity and a greater negative impact on the environment and on the lives of farmers and the country as a whole.
AICCRA, and partners have been trying to pilot test innovations along the small ruminant value chain, individually as well as in the packages, and these tested innovations were found successful.
The team has been testing several innovations, including a genetic improvement program, genetic dissemination, health intervention, a feed and forage intervention, input service provision, and market linkage. AICCRA, ILRI, BOKU, and national research partners in Ethiopia developed and launched community-based breeding programs for the Bonga, Menz, and Horo sheep breeds in 6 communities with roughly 600 households. They aim to improve productivity and thereby the livelihoods of resource-poor farmers, contribute to better market supply and food security, and provide a scalable framework for genetic improvement.
In 2009, we started community-based breeding program. And in 2012, a bigger program called Consortium Research Program came in. We were tasked with developing the whole small ruminant value chain. Since we have started community-based breeding program, we used that as an entry point to test, different innovations along the small ruminant value chain.
Individual innovations such as health, feed and forage, genetic improvement, and the like were tested in different sites, but they couldn't bring sustainable, meaningful change to the sector.
Livestock development is not necessarily about an individual innovation. Everything needs to work in concert. That's how we started, putting innovations together, and we called them smart packs.
These smart packs are bundled climate-smart innovations that include a genetic selection scheme, digital database platform, low-cost reproductive technologies, feed and feeding packages, lamb and kid fattening programs, animal health packages, and innovative market outlets with credit accessibility through cooperative organizations and women empowerment. The 4 main components in the framework are community-based breeding programs, production units, finishers, and end markets or consumers. The primary function of the livestock keepers in the community-based breeding program Breeder Cooperative is to produce improved sires and deliver them to the production units. The CBBP is the site of meticulous data collection, genetic evaluation, and sire certification. The management of community-based breeding programs is mostly undertaken by the communities and also involves follow-ups with the livestock keepers on their small ruminant health management and housing, feed and forage, and production inputs. Technical support, mainly genetic evaluation and feedback, is provided by nearby universities and research centers. Male lambs and kids raised in the production unit are either sold straight to the meat consumer or are given to the finisher groups. Youth, women, or other groups organize themselves to engage in finishing by collecting male animals from production units and/or non-selected animals from CBBPs. To do so, several training and visits were conducted with farmers and other partners. The project also created facilities for low-cost reproduction and capacity development, including a digital database platform. In order to apply breeding programs, reproductive technologies, and other developments, researchers, extension agents, university employees, and development agents gained expertise and experience.
We also developed the infrastructure. In Ethiopia, for example, to disseminate genetics, we have established 10 low-cost artificial insemination laboratories, and we do the dissemination through these laboratories.
Women have less access to resources, services, and social networks than men, with the limited access to resources being particularly severe for female-headed households. To reduce gender inequality, different approaches were followed. Establishment of women CBBPs, couples training and community conversation approaches increased women's engagement in implementing the interventions and contributed to women's empowerment enabled by a community consensus.
Where we have implemented women-only breeding programs, the involvement or the managerial capacity, access of women to some technical inputs, as well as income has substantially increased, and we have a very clear empirical evidence on that.
So far, 6 women-only CBBPs, encompassing about 500 households, have been organized. CBBPs and integrated innovations have significantly contributed to the changes in the lives of smallholder farmers. After the program was introduced, enhanced meat and milk productivity increased the sale of animals and household income, improved household meat consumption, and empowered communities when compared to non-participant households. If we take Bonga sheep CBBP, 0.21 kilograms per year of genetic progress was achieved. The animal's morphological characteristics and coat color were changed to fit community preferences. The CBBP participating farmers had a 20% increase in income than non-participating farmers. Households have managed to slaughter 3 lambs per year now, compared to the slaughter of 1 lamb per year when CBBP was introduced, and some of the participating farmers and men's CBBPs, which were under safety net programs, have graduated.
We have had a real impact, and I'm really proud to be part of this such initiative, which tries to bring about a sustainable, meaningful change to the livelihood of the farmers.
All these achievements have inspired the program to work in a wider area. Successfully proven climate-smart breeding and bundling technologies need to be implemented sustainably and with equity to a larger community. Scaling has been started with the use of a clustering approach. So far, 3 clusters of scaling targeting the Washarawelo sheep, or Wawo, Bonga sheep, or Bongacho, and men's sheep, or men's Showa, have been initiated.
And now the next step is, we have developed a methodological framework, and we have already started, few activities on the ground. And therefore, AICCRA comes at the right time for our ambitions to be implemented on the ground.